Good morning. I'm John Stein. I'm the Vice President of Student Life and the Dean of Students here at Georgia Tech. And it is an honor and pleasure to be here today for this wonderful event that we are pleased to honor our former Yellow Jacket, Alex. I'd like to give a special warm welcome to the Kiehl family. If you could just raise your hand so people know you're very good. Thank you very much. We're thrilled that you're still here. And Mrs. Kiehl, it's just wonderful to have you back on campus and be a part of this today.
Thank you. I'm loving every minute of it. Can't wait to tell my husband about it.
Very good. Thank you. We also have a number of campus administrators, so if you could just raise your hand and be acknowledged in terms of your role here too. Campus administrators, I know you're out there, right? And parent volunteers, I'd like to just acknowledge them too, so thank you. So today's event is really a celebration of an individual and the Yellow Jacket community. We are here to recognize one of our own, Alex Kiehl, for the lasting contribution he made to Georgia Tech. In a very short time that he was with us, Alex touched countless lives just by being who he is. While I didn't know him personally, and I have spent the last few weeks reading as much as I could, wherever I could find it, about Alex, there are many people here today who knew him and knew him well. Family, coaches, former players, fraternity brothers, students, administrators. Alex came to Georgia Tech from Virginia Beach after graduating from Norfolk Academy in 1978. He was majoring in chemical engineering and quickly found his place among the student body as an integral member of the men's lacrosse team and the Phi Kappa Alpha fraternity. And I want to say that in one short year, it is a wonderful example how a student, an individual, can make such a contribution and such an impact in a very short period of time. In 1 year, Alex really had a place here at Tech. He won and earned the distinction of being named the most valuable player defense in the spring of his freshman year. Also that semester, he was elected president of his fraternity, which is just amazing as a second semester, first year, well, back then it was tri-semester, quarters, but that he would become the president of his fraternity at that age and that time. What I know about Alex, even though I don't know him, was that he was very, very smart. He had to be at Georgia Tech. He had tremendous leadership potential and capability. He was competitive, and he had the Yellow Jacket spirit. And anybody that knows Georgia Tech knows what I mean by that. He was dedicated, intelligent, kind, hardworking, a talented athlete, a leader and a servant, a teammate and a friend. These qualities live on with our students today, and I'm proud to say are representative of the Georgia Tech student body. And while he left this world far before his time, he left behind a community of people who have not forgotten him. And today is a wonderful example of that. Today we remember his spirit, and every day forward we will remember him and this place that we're going to dedicate today. These stands represent that spirit, and in that they provide opportunities for the Georgia Tech community to come together and celebrate each other's accomplishments on the field and in life. So I thank you all for coming. We will always remember Alex as a Yellow Jacket, as one of our own. And now I'd like to introduce Mike Edwards, the director of the Campus Recreation Center, to say a few words.
Good morning. As John indicated, I'm Michael Edwards. I'm the director of the Campus Recreation Center here at Georgia Tech. In 2013, the Rose Tamps recreational field underwent its second major improvement, changing it from what was essentially a carpet with a pad to a much safer infield field system. I see the team nodding back there. Yes. Adding a jogging track around, improving the lighting system, so these guys can see the ball a little bit better at night and in early morning practices. In addition, the field became a major part of the Institute's water sustainability and water reclamation efforts. You may not know it because you can't see it, but below the field is a complex system of pipes and pumps that actually takes the water when it percolates through the field system and puts it through a filter system and puts it back into the groundwater as opposed into the city sewer system. It should be here at Georgia Tech because it's quite an engineering feat to be able to do that. The field itself is used by thousands of students that participate in the Campus Recreation Competitive Sports Program. That program is overseen by Mr. Dan Haslett, who's behind the camera right here. That program consists of the intramural program and the sport clubs program. These two programs are the largest participatory programs on campus. Intramural serves 7,000 students and sport club serves 1,500 students. Additionally, when I say thousands of students will use this field, I mean it. If you've ever come out here on a Friday or a Saturday night, you will see just about every kind of sport played around the globe. It's very difficult to find a space to play those sports on this field. Campus recreation has changed over the years. Its role is not just to have fun, but to help the Institute develop a culture of wellness and lifelong learning. These life lessons and memories that the students will develop along the way as they play on this field will stay with them for a lifetime. The alumni of the Georgia Tech Men's Lacrosse Club are a great example of this. With their friendships that they developed outside of the classroom and on the playing field, these stands will enable the students to come out and support each other and have fun creating those memories. For several years, this group has wanted to do something tangible on campus to honor their friend Alex. So they were behind this project from the beginning. With the backing of the Executive Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Steve Swant, the Georgia Tech Foundation, the student government, and the support of the parents of current players of the lacrosse club, they pushed forward to raise funds necessary to construct these stands. On behalf of the Campus Recreation Department, the students, and the Institute, I want to say thank you to all of the people who contributed to this project. We honor Alex's legacy here today. I would like now to introduce Chris O'Brien, the current captain of the men's lacrosse team. Where are you, Chris?
Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Kiehl family for coming out today. I know this means a lot to all of us, especially you guys. I'm Chris O'Brien. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineering student. I have a little more interesting background to this with the Kiehl family because my mom went to Tech and knew Alex. So, when I was looking for colleges, I heard this story. My mom was the one who kind of pushed me to come look here and meet with Bob Shack and the coaches of the team. So I'd like to thank her for pushing me on the right track and coming here. This team has meant a lot to me being here. It's been a great competitive outlet. I love lacrosse. It's given me an opportunity to get a great degree at Georgia Tech, while still being able to play the sport I love without the necessary overbearing time commitments of a Division I program. Not only has that been great for me, but it's been a great way to meet people. I've met some really great people throughout the year, teammates, ex-teammates, coaches who I know will be friends for life because of this, and I know that means a lot to the Kiehl family, building the bonds of the team. This stand dedication, I feel like, is a great thing for the Kiehl family and for Tech in general because this makes us even better as a field and as a team and as a place than a lot of other places. When we go to travel to other schools, most people play on a small field or at high schools or whatever, and we have a great field complex. People want to come here and play us, and now we have something that sets us even further apart from other people having this great stand. So I feel like this is a a great way to honor such a great family that's meant so much to the program in the past is to really set us apart in another way like that. Like our previous speakers have said, this is something that will not only help the lacrosse team, but the campus in general, being that other sports can use this. I know from my freshman year till now, there's been a huge change in how many people come to our games. You know, we have a couple games every year where we have a couple hundred people out here. Hopefully today that's the case. And this will definitely help that, fostering the stands, fostering teams, fostering the ability for people to come out and support our sport, other sports, band, intramurals, whatever it may be. So with all that said, I think this is a great opportunity to honor a family that's meant so much to this team. And I think this is a great thing for Georgia Tech in general. Go Jackets, and I'd like to reintroduce Michael.
Named in the memory of Alexander G. Kiehl, class of 1983, former Georgia Tech lacrosse player, student leader, and aspiring engineer. Georgia Tech recognized the philanthropy of the Georgia Tech men's lacrosse alumni affinity group, alumni, and friends for generations to come.
I don't know what to say except that we are so very, our entire family are so very, very gratified and thankful that you would all, after all these years, remember Alex in this way. And we appreciate it very much. We thank you all for being here. And we're most thankful that Alex will carry on this memory and this legacy here at Georgia Tech forever and ever, I hope. So thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name's Timothy Kiehl. Alex was 6 years my elder. If you want to know what he was like as a young lad, like most younger brothers, he was a pain in the ass. What I'm particularly grateful for is that, I went off to college, then I went off to see the world, and when I came back, my brother Alex was this grown man. And what a man he was. Generous, good-looking, smart, athletic. You couldn't ask for better. And then I realized, and I'm so glad I did this because he died within months of this, then I realized that we both loved each other very much. We weren't the two brothers that were always, you make those swords and shields and go out and bat each other around. We're very grateful for to Georgia Tech and the Georgia Tech lacrosse program. We think this is lovely. You've given our family a great gift. That being, 40 years is a long time, but a pain like that, it may ebb, but it doesn't go away. And our family is looking forward to what you put together for Alex, as a time for us all to get together and heal. So we owe you a great debt of gratitude. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So at this time, I'd like to invite everyone to have some refreshments and then stay for the big game. Okay, thank you. Thanks.